on Rappler. The controversial RH bill passes the Senate and the House on third and final reading. Senator Tito Soto is outvoted, and the phrase "safe and satisfying sex" remains in the Senate version of the RH bill.
Long after we are gone, we will leave behind not just a law, but a whole mentality and a whole culture.
And Manila Archbishop Luis Antonio Cardinal Tagle warns the RH bill will have a negative effect on Filipino culture and mentality. Hello, I'm Maria Ressa. Welcome to Rappler, your social news network. We are coming to you live from Pico del Oro in Batangas. It is a historic day. The Philippines, Asia's largest Roman Catholic nation, comes closer to a birth control law that paves the way for increased sex education and free contraceptives. Defying Catholic bishops and the Chamber's leadership, senators approved the controversial reproductive health bill. In a vote of 13-8, the Senate approves the bill on second and third and final reading Monday. The senators who voted yes are Arroyo, Alan Cayetano, Pia Cayetano, Angara, Defensor Santiago, Escudero, Gingona, Drilon, Lacson, Legarda, Marcos, Pangilinan, and Recto. While those who voted no are Estrada, Onasan, Pimentel, Revilla, Soto, Trillanes, Villar, and Enrile. The bill got a boost last week with the House of Representatives passing it on second reading and President Benigno Aquino certifying it urgent. Aquino's move allows the Senate to vote on the RH bill both on second and third reading on the same day, just a few hours ago. The Senate's vote comes after Senate Majority Leader Vicente Soto III, Tito Soto, introduces 35 amendments to the measure. Soto wants to remove satisfying sex in the phrase safe and satisfying sex in the bill. He says reproductive health, quote, does not pertain to safe, satisfying sex, but family, marriage, and responsible parenthood. But Lady Senators Santiago, Pia Cayetano, and Lauren Legarda say women should not be deprived of their right to satisfying sex. Santiago adds, quote, I am a Filipina, I'm also a married woman, and I insist whoever's married to me to give me safe and satisfying sex, period. Before Monday's voting, Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile already conceded defeat. He told Radio DZBB on Sunday, quote, my reading is that the pro-RH has the numbers. It looks like it will be passed. Ahead of the vote, presidential spokesperson Edwin Lacerda hails the moment, calls it historic. After a 14-year delay, the House of Representatives passes the RH bill on third and final reading also today on Monday. A total of 133 lawmakers voted in favor of the measure, while 79 voted against it and 7 abstained. 199 out of 287 lawmakers were present in the voting. Last December 13th, the House of Representatives approved the measure with a slim margin of 113, 104, 3 abstentions. The Philippines is now one step closer to having a reproductive health law as the RH bill also passes the Senate. The two houses of Congress vote on the bill on third reading at about the same time. All that's left for the RH bill now is to go through the bicameral conference committee, have it ratified by both houses, and then transmit a final version to the president who can sign it into law. Despite staunch opposition from the Catholic Church, lawmakers managed to maintain the numbers to finally pass the measure that has lagged in Congress for the last 14 years. Presidential spokesperson Edwin Lacerda says the president, quote, certainly wants to sign the measure into a law before the end of the year. As lawmakers move forward, Manila Archbishop Luis Antonio Cardinal Tagle warns of the detrimental effect of the RH bill on Filipino culture. Catherine Visconti reports.
It's a centuries-old tradition, Simbang Gabi, the night masses that start 9 days before Christmas. But it's not all about spirituality. Across the country, the faithful are also getting a dose of politics. The parish priest reads out a pastoral letter signed by Bishop Socrates Villegas of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines about the evils of the reproductive health bill. The bishops say contraceptives corrupt the soul.
The reproductive health bill passed into law in its present form will put the moral fiber of our nation at risk, as gay your nations have said in the past, a contraceptive mentality is the mother of an abortion mentality.
The last-ditch jab at the RH bill came a day ahead of a Senate vote which would improve access to contraceptives and bring sex education to schools. The Human Development and Poverty Reduction Cabinet Cluster says 44% of pregnancies among the poorest Filipinos are unwanted. Advocates of the bill want women to have a choice about how many kids they have. But for over a decade, Catholic bishops have staunchly opposed the bill.
Our appeal is for the Congress people to really listen to the truth, and not just listen to human wisdom or even just to political exigencies, but to even look ahead. What is the effect of all of this on the culture, on the youth?
Culture and Catholicism are closely intertwined in the Philippines. Roughly 80% of the country is Catholic, an overwhelming majority. The church is trying to firm up its base with devoted Catholics, like those who attend Simbang Gabi. But alternative views are gaining traction. As of 2008, 71% of Filipinos wanted the bill passed. Passing or not passing the bill will affect not only the numbers, but also the culture of Asia's largest Catholic country.
Long after we are gone, we will leave behind not just a law, but a whole mentality and a whole culture. So this is our appeal.
Catherine Visconti, Rappler, Manila.
Earlier today, Senator Tito Sotto is outvoted and fails to remove the phrase safe and satisfying sex from the Senate version of the RH bill. Speaking in Rappler's Google Hangout, 4 modern women can't agree more. Bea Cupin reports.
My discomfort only arises from the phrase safe and satisfying sex life to be placed in the law. I'm just not too comfortable with the law saying safe and satisfying. But if only that phrase is removed.
What's so scandalous about wanting safe and satisfying sex, and why does it matter? Rappler's resident sex writer Ana Santos takes the topic head-on with the help of 3 equally informed and empowered women. The line is nothing new. It comes from international conventions on population and development, such as the 1994 Cairo Convention and the 1995 World Conference on Women in Beijing. But in the Philippines, sexuality is a touchy topic, especially for women. Freelance photographer Mitch Mauricio, whose work Caricinda explores female sexuality, says upbringing and culture are to blame.
Before we can actually explore our own sexuality, the first thing is to know ourselves, to know our own vaginas, to know what it actually looks like.
Ana Maria Leal, National Program Associate for the UN Population Fund, says sexuality is key to female and male empowerment. She says sex talk involves more than just orgasms, the act, contraception, and the like. It's about the right to choose.
Part of the low condom use could actually be traced into the capacity, linked to the capacity actually of women to negotiate for safer sex.
Ana Santos emphasizes the importance of safe sexual practices. Condom use in the Philippines is low. According to the 2008 National Demographic and Health Survey, only 4% of young women use condoms during their first sexual intercourse. But a change in perspective is happening. In the article State of the Pinay in 2012, Cosmopolitan Philippines finds that its readers are changing attitudes. When asked whether they would leave a man if the sex was bad, a lot say yes. Cosmo Philippines Editor-in-Chief Mirza Sison says it's a big change compared to 15 years ago when she first founded the magazine.
Now, sexuality is undeniably an important aspect of a woman's or a man's or any human being's life, for that matter. So, having a safe and hopefully more than just satisfying sex life is just as important as having a great love life or career life or emotional life.
The 4 agree. Filipinas need to embrace, understand, and appreciate their sexuality. This way, women are empowered in the bedroom and in other facets of life. Bea Cupin, Rappler, Manila.
U.S. President Barack Obama vows to use his power to stop gun massacres like Friday's horrific school shooting in Newtown, Connecticut. 20 children are gunned down inside Sandy Hook Elementary School when 20-year-old Adam Lanza opened fire with an assault rifle. 6 teachers died trying to protect their students. In a statement Friday after the massacre, Obama says the children, most of whom were 6 or 7 years old, quote, had their entire lives ahead of them.
The majority of those who died today were children. Beautiful little kids between the ages of 5 and 10 years old. They had their entire lives ahead of them. Birthdays, graduations, weddings, kids of their own. Among the fallen were also teachers, men and women who devoted their lives to helping our children fulfill their dreams. This evening, Michelle and I will do what I know every parent in America will do, which is hug our children a little tighter. But there are families in Connecticut who cannot do that tonight.
In a memorial service Sunday, Obama offers his condolences to the victims' families and says his government must do more to prevent similar incidents. He adds, quote, "We can't tolerate this anymore. These tragedies must end." Grief mixes with new calls for action, with Obama under pressure to renew a ban on assault weapons and ammunition. Newtown is the 4th mass shooting under Obama's presidency. It is the 2nd deadliest school shooting in U.S. history after the 2007 Virginia Tech massacre. Well, let's now look at Rappler's Wrap for today, a list of the 10 most important events around the world you shouldn't miss. At number 5, Japan's conservative Liberal Democratic Party sweeps the polls Sunday, resulting in the defeat of Prime Minister Yoshihiko Noda of the Democratic Party of Japan. Shinzo Abe, who served as Prime Minister between 2006 and 2007, pledges to take a tough position in territorial disputes against China. He says the 8 disputed islands known as Senkaku are Japan's inherent territory, and the LDP seeks to, quote, stop the challenge to China. And at number 10, BBC reports worldwide people are living longer but with higher levels of sickness, citing results of a study of the global burden of disease. Malnourishment, which was a top disease in 1990, was replaced by high blood pressure, smoking, and drinking alcohol as among the leading causes of sickness. According to the 5-year project study, heart disease caused 1 in 4 deaths, 1 in 4 worldwide in 2010. The research leader from the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation at the University of Washington says, quote, there's been a progressive shift from early death to chronic disability. What ails you isn't necessarily what kills you. For the full top 10, visit Rappler.com's The Wrap. The Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire, comes home with his 30th victory in a row Sunday, Manila time, after successfully defending the World Boxing Organization's super bantamweight title against Mexican veteran Jorge Arce. Donaire knocks out Arce in the 3rd round with a left hook, dropping the Mexican to the canvas for the 2nd time in that round. With the win, Donaire completes his 4-fight tour of duty in 2012 and now has a legitimate claim to, quote, the Fighter of the Year honors. Every story on Rappler has a mood meter, which gives you 8 emotions to choose from. Click how you feel, and your vote comes down to the mood navigator in the middle of the front page, which crowdsources the mood of the day. It also shows you the top 10 stories that have gotten the most clicks on the mood meter. If we take a look today, let's start Sunday or early Sunday morning. Simbang Gabi message, contraception corrupts the soul. That story has gotten the most number of votes on the mood meter, 37% annoyed. Then let's move to today and the historic day we've had with the RH bill. The House. RH bill passes the House on final reading, 94% happy. And the Senate, House, okay. RH bill, make history, 89% happy. All going to the mood of the day. Today, most people are happy. We are here tonight from Pico del Oro Cove in Batangas. It's one of 13 coves in Hamilo Coast where olive ridley and green sea turtles emerge from the ocean and lay their eggs several times a year. Hamilo Coast partners with the Worldwide Fund for Nature in the Philippines for sustainable development and environmental programs like coastal reserve management, renewable energy, and solid waste management. It's a great place to think about the future, which is what Rappler will do until Wednesday. Well, that's Rappler's Newscast for today, Monday, December 17th, 2012. Visit Rappler.com and watch our newscast Monday to Friday. Tell us how you feel on our mood meter and help us crowdsource the mood of the day. I'm Maria Ressa. As we say at Rappler, tomorrow begins today.